Yeah, so I want to do this kind of introduction background before we go into the next topic, simple interest and compound interest, because it applies on this specific talking about this a lot. So that's why I want to do this brief background. Now, I want us to do this find for this two, number 2. Let's find 80% of 70 and also 24% of 60, 13% of 120. Let us do just one of these. This one is okay. You can do it in pairs, in groups. Less than 30 seconds. Not less than 30 seconds. Not less than 30 seconds. Okay, so how many of you are done with at least one? Oh, everybody, that's cool. So what is the 80% of 70 is what? What? 56. 24% of 60 is what?
40.4.
40.4. What about 30% of 1002?
156.
156. Now, thank you. So the next topic, simple interest. So, simple interest is so fundamental in mathematics. It's more like a business math. So, simple interest simply means, in a layman's terms, if you are given or if you have an amount and you deposit this amount and you will be getting interest on any rate, annually, monthly, or at any rate. It means that at every point in time, the renewal of your interest is based on your principal. The principal amount, meaning that if I should deposit maybe $1,000 in, where do you people put your money? Mutual fund, or what do you call it? I know I've heard that a lot. Others, there's somewhere that you people put your money to grow. Or maybe when you borrow from the bank, or maybe you borrow somebody and the person is meant to pay back, or you're meant to pay back. All the interest, the rate of everything is contingent on only the principal. Right? Good. So let's do this definition that I have here. Is simple interest in mathematics is a method for calculating interest based solely on the original principal amount, which is the initial sum of money borrowed or invested. So everything is contingent on that initial amount. Right? So and the key components includes, one is the principal. Some of the things that you need to take note of is Principal. Principal means it means this the initial amount. The initial amount. Y rate is the interest rate usually expressed as a percentage per year. Then the time is the duration for which the money is borrowed. So now the formula for finding the simple interest is principal times rate times time. Hence, simple interest is principal times rate times time, all over 100. Where P is the principal initial amount, R is the rate, T is the time, all over 100. So let's solve some practical example of this. So if you deposit $500 in a bank account, so you are depositing, it means that this is the principal, right? So here, example 1, the P is what? $500. Offering a 4% annual rate. 4% means, that means the rate is 4%. If you change this 4%, 4% means 4 over 100. Is that clear? 4 over 100. And in decimal is what? 0.04. 0.04. Then the question says, offering a 4% annual simple interest for 3 years. For 3 years, that means the time is 3. It's 3. Now, to find the simple interest, you have simple interest, which is I, equals principal times rate times time. You only need to just plug in all these values inside our formula. Hence, you have 500 times, what's our rate? 0.04 times 3 all over 100. This will cancel this will cancel this. Hence, you have $5 times 0.04 times 3. What do you get? You can use your calculator.
60.
Huh?
60.
$60.
$60.
So this means that this is the interest that I will be getting after 3 years. Right? So it means that in the first year, I only got interest of how many percent? 4%, which is $20. I made $20 interest in the first year. In the second year, I made another $20, and it accumulated to $60. So at the end of the day, you'll be having a total of 560. It's more like the total that you'll be going home with. The principal and the interest, which is $560. Right? Okay, let's solve more example. I have Emmanuel invests. No. Not me, I don't have one. I don't. Let me use someone else's name. Okay. So, what's your name? Pronounce your name. Kate invests $5,000 in a savings account. So the principal is example 2. The principal is $5,000 in a savings account to an annual interest rate of 7%. So the rate is 7%, which is 7 over 100, which is 0.07. Then, how much did he earn in interest? So, for 5 years, sorry. If Kate invests $5,000 in a savings account at an annual interest rate of 5%, for 5 years, that means our T is 5 years. It's 5, right? So from our simple interest, we only need to do what? Interest is equal to principal times rate times time, all over 100. So we plug everything in. 5,000 times 0.07 times 5, all over 100. Okay.
When you do the rates, aren't you already dividing it by 100? Because then that would end up in like 60 cents or whatever.
Nice question. So look at the idea. The rate is always in percentage. It's always in percentage. And percentage means that value over 100. Right? So this 7% means 7 over 100.
Yeah.
So we can decide to plug in our 7 over 100 inside here. And you do the math, you still get the same thing. But since we can make it a decimal, and it's still the same thing mathematically, right? Because our aim is to make our job very simple, to make our job simpler than it should be. So, from this, simplify this and tell me what the interest that Kate will be making after 5 years. Use your calculator. Multiply this by this by this, everything is 100. $16. $17. $17.
And 50 cents.
$17.50. After 5 years, who else got the same thing?
I think what he was saying is if you convert the percentage to a decimal, then you don't need to divide by 100 because for the first example, if you wouldn't get 60 if you divided that by 100.
Well, are we solving for, we're solving for dollars, right?
I don't get it. Like, if we are divided by 100, we are not supposed to.
So for the first problem, you would get 0.6.
The first problem, I'll get 0.6.
Basically, we're
Are you sure this calculation is in the format that's supposed to be?
I think the problem is because we're dealing with percentages and we already converted it to a decimal, we already put it into the per 100 format. We don't need to divide by 100 again because it's already there. So you're essentially making it so you're taking a percentage of a percentage.
yeah.
So
We are correct. So if you are taking the percentage, we are not supposed to divide by 100 again.
yeah, yeah,
Kept it at the 4%, then you would divide by the 100.
Yeah, we are not supposed to divide by 100 again.
yeah.
Right? So, this is principal times rate times time. You are correct. This is principal times rate times time. That's the main formula, and not over 100, sorry. So, the percentage that is coming in, this over 100 that is coming in, is from the rate. Is that clear? So, it's from the rate. The per 100 is coming from the rate. So we repeated the per 100, which is wrong. Exactly. I'm very glad that you guys are familiar with some of these questions. Good. So, meaning that from here, since we already divided, we will not be divided by 100. Is that correct? Yeah. So now what do we get? 1750. So that's the interest that Kate will be getting after 5 years. Okay, let's solve some more examples. So, somebody invests. Who invested? Who's investing this time? Who wants to invest? Okay. You still invest. So, you want to invest, right? Sure. Pronounce your name. Asha.
Yeah.
Asha invests 8,000 naira. Ah. Naira is in Nigerian currency. Will you be happy to invest naira? Will you be happy to invest in my country?
Yeah, I can do it.
To invest in naira? So, Asha invests 8,000 naira. This is a big money in my country. This is a very big money. It's bigger than 8,000 naira. I'm joking, right? So, Asha invests 8,000 naira into an account paying an annual interest rate of 8.7. So, 3. So here we have principal 8,000 naira. Then the rate 8.7%, which is equal to 0.087. And the T, how many years will it take for him to earn this? That means our T is not known. We don't have our T. How many years? We have been asked how many years. They will, actually, it will take Ashley to earn this interest. And 4,872. So simply, what we are doing basically is, from our formula, we have interest equal to principal times rate times time. Since we are looking for T, you only have to make T the subject, right? If you make T the subject, divide both sides with the coefficient of T. This will cancel this. You now plug in the value of every other thing and now find our T. Our I is what? 4,872 all over. P is what? P is 8,000 times R is what? 0.085. Is that? See. So please do this simplification and give me the value of T. T is what?
7 years.
7 years. So it will take Asha 7 years to make this interest from the principal of 8,000 naira. So simply. So sometimes the equation can be twisted where you will be given every other thing. You will be given the interest and you're asked to find either the rate, the time to make the interest, or even the principal. Right? So, this person invests 3,000 into a savings account. Who is investing this time?
I would like to invest.
You like to invest? means the principal is 3,000 into a savings account in 4 years. So T, 4 years is T is 4 years. And Ryan earns a total of $768 in interest. So this is your interest. What is the annual interest rate? So now this time you have been asked the rate. So the only thing you need to do is to apply this principle. Apply the basic principle from interest is what? Our formula. Principal times rate times time. But this time around we are looking for R, which is our rate. You make R the subject. P divided by P, T divided by T. Hence you have I over P, T. What do you do next? You plug in our values of the principal, interest, and our time. Is that correct? Hence you have our I is what? 768 all over principal is 3,000 multiplied by what? Our time is 4 years. That will be our rate. Please do this calculation and let me know. Okay.
6.4%.
6.4%. Do you know if you get the same answer? 6.4%. Get the same answer? Good. Good. So we have 6.4% is equal to R. It means that if you take Ryan 4 years to earn the interest of $768, that's an annual interest rate of 6.4%. That's the simple meaning of that. Okay. So, Austin invests $5,000 in a savings account at an annual interest rate of 7% for 5 years. How much did he earn? How much did Austin earn? So this is very simple. We have our this problem as our I is our principal first. Our principal is invested $5,000. The rate is 7%, which is 0.07. Is that correct? Then the T is 5 years. Seems like we have saw something like this. Okay, this one is different. So what's our interest? Plug this in individually and you want to respond?
Where's the force?
Okay. This side. Thank you. So what is the interest? I want you to plug it in on your own. Let's see.
$1,750.
1,750.
I second that.
Good. Austin is rich. Yeah. Okay. So we're making 600 and no 1,750. What you got is the same thing that I have here. Let's solve one more example, then we'll go to two more examples before we go to compound interest. So find a simple interest earned after 3 years on $500 at an interest rate of 6%. So meaning that for this principal, it will be principal should be $500. The rate should be what? 6%. And the time is 3 years. So this is 0.06. So the interest will be what? What will be the interest? $90. Now, can we solve this? Maybe in test or no? Find the principal invested if $178 of interest was earned in 2 years at an interest rate of 4%. Find the principal invested. That means you are finding the principal. The principal should be is what you are looking for. Find the principal invested if $178 of interest was earned in 2 years at an interest rate of 4%. So solve this. You are free to solve there in groups, share ideas, interact. Maybe this guy. You are done? How many of us? Thumbs up. Almost everyone. Good. So, what's your P? What's our principal?
$2,225.
Good. Our P is $2,225.